I discovered ECM when I was in college, when I first went to college, and the first records were released in the United States, which, if I remember correctly, well, was definitely Jan Garbarek and Bobo Stinson's Wichita, and Paul Bley's Open to Love, Eberhard Weber's The Colors of Chloe, and those records completely captured my imagination, starting with the covers. And, you know, I think that's, you know, anyone who grew up with listening to records in the 60s and 70s, I think we all listened to records because of their covers, sometimes initially. And that was, you know, one of the beautiful things about ECM was this, you know, really exciting new aesthetic that started with the cover and then went into this, you know, fascinating music that completely captured my imagination. So as the label evolved and started exploring tangents, it was almost like a guide for me into all sorts of different types of music, new musicians, and you know, it was a beautiful pathway of discovery. So what pushed you into starting a label?
Well, it was more accidental than a plan. In fact, we're sitting here in a place which Mr. Eicher built, and Mr. Eicher was the owner of an electronic store in München, Pasing, not far from Munich center. And there was also a man, Manfred Eicher is his name, who founded, together with Mr. Eicher, the distribution Jazz by Post. And it was one of the best mail order service that I could imagine. And so I spent sometimes on the weekend time to find what record he has and check around. So we started to talk. And one day I said, oh, I'm going to Stuttgart to do a recording with Wolfgang Dauner. And this was actually a production for a publishing company in Munich which wanted to test around with jazz. I made a record for this label, and then they said, oh, why don't we start to do something by ourselves, and would you like to do recordings here? I said, well, there's no label yet, we probably have to just found a label, and so Mr. Eicher decided that he gives some money, and from this first money we made a few records. One of them was Mel Waldron's Trail, and so I became slowly but intensely a record producer.